Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and Google actually contacted me a little over a couple of weeks ago and asked me if they could send me a surprise package, and this is what it is. It's a Google Home Max. They let me know when it was on the way and kind of gave me a heads up as to what it was, and I've been using it for a week and I'm very impressed. This is a competitor to the Apple HomePod, but it's got Google Assistant built in. So what we have here is a $399 smart speaker, and on the top you'll see there's a little bar. Now when I got this, it came with a little piece here that told you what this is, and this entire top is touch sensitive. We also have some microphones on the back that listen not only for voice but listen to the actual surrounding area to kind of fit where it's sitting and then play depending on what type of environment it is and then adjust to that. If I flip it over on the back, you'll see we have this magnetic piece here, and what this is basically a little piece that just sits here like this. So here we just have the simple power plug. It comes with this plug that just plugs into the back. We have a little reset button, a USB-C, and a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. So let's go ahead and plug it in, and I wanted to show you how this works. But before we do that, to give you an idea of size, what we have here is a Google Home Mini. So this I got with my Pixel that I bought, and this gives you an idea of the size. This is about the size of each woofer cone of the speakers. So you have one here and one here, and it's got a really deep bass sound to it. It's pretty impressive. So let's go ahead and plug it in. Now before I plug it in, I wanted to show you this. This is just their wall plug, and it's real clever because it's really flat, and what that helps with is just to kind of hide it behind something or put a shelf up next to it. It's really great for that. So you'll see it's booting up. It takes a moment, and you use the Google Home app to link it to your account. And what it can do is look at your agenda. It can know your voice, and by knowing your voice versus someone else's, if I ask it for my calendar events, it will know what mine are versus someone else's. It's pretty impressive. So we'll wait for it to boot up. It takes a second, but once it's on, it just stays on, of course, and you don't have to worry about it. I have the Google Home set up in a corner, and what it does is it adjusts the sound based on where it's located. After a few minutes, it realizes what kind of room environment it's in, and in this case, it's in the corner in a dining room, and the voice recognition from a faraway distance is pretty impressive. In fact, I'm 30 feet away, it easily recognizes me, but when I'm upstairs around a corner, it still recognizes me without yelling to it. But you can do things like ask it questions, or you can play music. Let's ask it a couple questions. Hey Google, what's the weather today?
In Clover today, it'll be partly cloudy with a forecasted high of 34 and a low of 21. It's currently 29 and partly cloudy.
Hey Google, when is CES?
2018 International CES begins on Tuesday, January 9th, 2018, and ends on Friday, January 12th, 2018 est.
So I wanted to show you how you can pair it to a phone that might not be Google connected. So let me show you how to do that. It's pretty simple. Hey Google, pair Bluetooth.
All right, to connect, open Bluetooth settings and look for the
You'll see it says living room speaker, and now it's paired. But I'll play the outro music that I normally use. It's royalty-free music, and I'll let you hear how loud this goes. And it does recognize your voice over the top of it. While I'm not sure you can hear it, the bass is pretty good. It's very deep, and this goes incredibly loud. Hey Google, turn the volume up to 10. Hey Google. Turn the volume down to 5. So I think you get the idea that it actually picks up your voice pretty well, even though it's incredibly loud. So when it's at volume 10, I don't think you're going to need it that high. It kind of distorts, but at 9 and below, it's fine. Now you can also use the top of it to turn the volume up and down. If I want to pause, I just tap here. If I want to play again, I'll tap. Then I can turn the volume down or up. Very simple controls. If you don't want it to listen to you, just flip the switch on the back.
The mic's off.
Then it shows you 4 red lights on the front to let you know that the mic is off. When you're ready to use it again, just turn the switch back on.
The mic's back on.
And you're ready to use it. Hey Google, What else can you do?
Here are a couple more suggestions. You can say, "Are you nyctophobic?" Or, "Who is Plato?" You can also see more examples in the Google Home app.
So there's a lot of different things you can do. You can even mount this vertically if you want more of a bookshelf style speaker and you have two of them. So you can take this off and mount
By
it.
the way, the Google Home is upside down. It'll work best if you turn it over.
And it will let you know if it's upside down. So you flip it this way and it knows which way it's oriented. Now that it's oriented vertically, it will actually adjust itself for the room that it's in so that it sounds good in that environment. One nice thing about it is when I ask it about my schedule or my calendar, it's specific to me because it recognizes my voice. If someone else asks my schedule, it won't let them know because it doesn't know who they are. Now you can adjust the volume from your phone just like any other Bluetooth speaker, and the sound overall is really good. It's very clear and the bass is much stronger than I thought it would be. The highs sound good and the mids sound good. For a $400 speaker, I think you're going to find comparable sound quality within all of them at this price level, and we'll have to see how it compares with what Apple has to offer later this year. So you have a bunch of different options, and it's basically a larger Google Home that does everything you'd expect it to do, but sounds much, much better. That's it for the Google Home Max. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. I think it's pretty fantastic, actually, and I'll be interested to see what it's like compared to a HomePod if Apple ever does release that. Let me know your thoughts about it in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and like. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time. Hey Google, stop playing.